everyone! Are you ready for another episode of Perfect 10 of Interior Designers? Today, we have Kaylee with us.
Hi, I'm Kaylee from Le Interior Affairs.
Hi Kaylee. Okay, so what made you choose an interior design career path?
I would say I didn't really choose the interior design path. I kind of stumbled upon. Prior to doing interior design, I was actually doing fashion design. During COVID, I was supposed to further my studies. Then my friend in the interior design studio, his name is Alan, he actually offered and said, how about you can try doing interior design? It's pretty similar, you're just choosing colors and choosing materials. And then now I'm in 4 years.
I don't think it's similar at all though. Fashion design and interior design, it's pretty drastic, isn't it?
Okay, I would say why I'm here for 4 years now is because during school days of fashion design, what I really enjoyed was that when I watched my sketches go on the runway, and now it's like handing over keys to my clients. I really love to see the smile on their faces.
Wow.
I think this is a satisfaction.
Yes, I'm sure that's super fulfilling. So what kind of discovery questions do you ask before you begin on a new project?
In LIA, what do we focus on in the first meeting is really to get to know our clients better. The first few questions that I will ask is, what are the general hobbies you might have? Because I think it's always very important to incorporate our client's character into the home. Sometimes their hobbies may include things like collectibles. Like I think nowadays it's pop marts and like bear bricks. I always find it very interesting to incorporate that into the design of the home. I also do ask, like, imagine a day that you're working from home. How would you spend your day at home? Can you describe to me? I think with that, we actually get to know the client's lifestyle and habits, and we can plan according to it.
See, that's great. So do you have any goals as an interior designer? Like what's the long-term goal?
In every project aspect, right, it's always very important to achieve the functionality and also making it look aesthetic. You can be really, really good at design, but I think usability is very important to me. So I will always aim to achieve that in every single of my project.
Okay, so Kaylee, how critical is communication and project management skills for interior designers?
I'm glad you asked. Communication is really important because I do see ourselves as a middleman between the homeowners and the contractors that we work with. A lot of times that when clients say like, oh, I like this curve, and then there's also technical details behind like how do we fabricate this curve. So when we speak to the contractors, I think a lot of this boils down to how we convey this message to them. And for project management skills, I would say there are a lot of great designers in Singapore who are very creative. But in LIA, what we do focus on, right, is that our designers themselves actually are project managers of the project. I think it's very important to see through from step 0 to the end. And I think Singapore is a very fast-paced country, so everybody is very uptight about the timeline. And with good project management skills, we can actually deliver within time.
Definitely, from what you have mentioned just now, being an interior designer is definitely not an easy feat. So what kind of characteristics do you think one should have to embark into this career?
The most important thing, it will be the never stop learning attitude. There's always new trends surfacing, and I feel like we always have to keep up with the trends. We have to know like what are the new materials in the market, then what are the homeowners looking for recently. Yeah, I think those will really help us in terms of designing a good home.
What is the driving force that has kept you in this job for 4 years long?
Like I mentioned in the first question, I really enjoy the satisfaction when I hand over the keys to my clients and I see a smile on their faces and we eventually become friends. Actually, shout out to LIA. I have really amazing colleagues. They're always there when I need help and they really make work very bearable for me.
That's so sweet. Okay, so I'm sure you've been to many of your clients' houses before, but what has been your favorite project and why?
I have done many teams, and I would say what I'm good at is really harmonizing what the husband likes and what the wife likes.
Oh, yes.
Yes, yeah, because they usually like very different things. If I really had to choose a few projects that I really love, would be 781C Woodlands and 215B Bidadari. I think what I really loved about the project is that I really enjoyed the process. If I entered 215B Bidadari today, I could just lounge at their sofa and sing karaoke with them. And then if it's like 781C Woodlands, I think that was really my core memory because I remember during the first meeting, they actually showed us their whole wedding planning and their whole wedding video. Why it's my favorite is because I think these clients became my very close friends.
Wow. Alright, so in this ever-changing industry right now, what do you think is the biggest challenge for you?
the materials. Okay, why do I say the materials is because in China, right, you will get to see very innovative items, maybe new materials that you have not seen before in Singapore. And I would say Singapore is kind of 3-4 years lacking behind. Suppliers don't usually penetrate the Singapore market because we don't have like a large ordering quantity. There's a lot of things that I really would love to try, but there's just not enough materials in Singapore for us to explore.
I see. This job is very tough. How do you relieve your stress?
It's quite odd, I would say, but I actually find cleaning and organizing very therapeutic.
Wow.
Yeah, so what I like to do is actually to organize the showroom or like restyle the showroom sometimes. I assume my colleagues would know about this because time to time I would just like start reorganizing stuff and they'll be like, hey, Kelly, you're stressed, is it?
Okay, final question of the day. What does design mean to you?
Design in all aspects, right, is a very important role. Let's say, for example, when I design a kitchen, if I do design a functional and aesthetic kitchen, you will be more inclined to spend more time inside. I would think that because you are spending more time inside, you definitely put better food on the table and then you will spend more time with your family eventually. Then when you're in this good feeling, you might bring this good feeling to work and then you'll just bring positivity to your colleagues. It all boils down to, functional and aesthetic places because it all starts from there and it's a chain.
Yeah, I totally agree with what you said. I like my house design so much that I would not hesitate to always stay at home.
That's my goal.
Great. Okay, thank you so much, Kaylee. Thanks for sharing with us so much about yourself. Hope everyone has learned more about you.
Alright, thank you guys.
Thank you.